I have to say that this is one of the most difficult assignments I've had in my life. We've been listening to so many learned people all day long. All day long. We've covered the waterfront in so many different ways, up and down, sideways, that there is no way I can do justice to, uh, try sort of summarize what has been said the whole day long. So I'm not even going to try to attempt that. Um, Let me take a slightly different tack. How many of you believe it's been a long day? Please raise your hands. It's not been a long day? Well, I believe it's been a long day. But more importantly, how many of you think you've learned something useful and important? Thank you. How many of you think it's been a waste of time? Okay, so I think that plus the fact that this is close to 6 o'clock and many of you are still here, I declare it to be a unqualified success. So let me begin by just acknowledging and thanking some of the organizing partners in this event. My own organization, Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America, certainly has been a good part of it. Hindu University of America, they were going to be more active than they ultimately ended up being, but they nevertheless are an excellent institution operating in America and imparting very important cultural and civilizational knowledge to the Hindu diaspora. In fact, it's an online university, and anyone who wants to learn about it's not just about Hinduism, it's about the worldview of Hinduism and many other aspects of it. Anyone who wants to learn something about that entire system, I would highly recommend you looking them up. It's an online university, so you can participate in it. And of course, last but not the least, the Kashi Foundation. They have been the ground team, and I like to say that for every show there are actually two shows. There is one that takes place in front of the curtain, and there is one that takes place behind the curtain. Behind the curtain is actually always a bit chaotic, but interesting and actually very intense. And I think that's where the Kashi Foundation has been. They have been working very hard for a very long period of time. Last night I was with them till quite late, and there were, I don't know how many of them were there, but quite a large number. So it's been a monumental effort, and I like to really thank them from the bottom of my heart for doing the great job. Now, few things I do want to say about this topic. I just want to share something with you. A few months ago I turned 75, and and this is something that I have been doing. This kind of work. This is not my professional background. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training, but this is something that I thought is required in the world that we are living today. And I have been basically, personally dedicating my basically 100% of my time to this act. So why do you think I'm doing it? Why do you think at the age of 75, I've been retired for 9 years, why the heck I should be spending time going around, all over the world and, working so hard on this? It's certainly not for my generation. It is for you. It's, you see, I do not want my generation to be ashamed of the fact that we saw warning signs and we did not make you aware of them. There are warning signs. I think you heard about what is happening in the world today. And I think it is our duty to tell our next generation and generation thereafter that they need to be. So this is a war of narrative, but more than war of narrative, it is a war of existence. You see, when you look at, we love democracy. We cherish democracy. We're proud of the fact that we're a democratic country. And that is all very fine. But when you look at, just look at the map. Look at the west border of Bharat, and then look at all the way to the Mediterranean. Look at how many countries there are, and point me one that is a working democracy. So this democracy exists because it is still a Hindu majority country. And when that changes, the game is over. So it is now, this is war of Kurukshetra, war of Mahabharat. No one can be neutral. Either you're, for one side or the other side. But you have to be a soldier. You have to have a part in this battle. Okay, so a lot of people said many things. Vasudev Kutumbakam came up. But you see, and Vasudev Kutumbakam should not take your power of Shatrubodh. This topic came up long time ago at the war of Kurukshetra. That was, if there was ever a family, Kauru and Pandava were a family. And the question of whether Vasudev Kutumbakam should trump the protection of dharma was decided by Gita. 700 shloks basically told us that when there is a conflict between dharma and family, guess what wins? It is you always vote for dharma. All right, so we are all soldiers. A lot of poems have been read today. I have one as well. And many of you probably know this one. I've added a bit of a twist to it. So I'd say, Dvesh kahan tak sala jaye? Dvesh kahan tak sala jaye? Yuddh kahan tak tala jaye? Yuddh kahan tak tala jaye? Tu Rana ka vanshaj hai. Feck jahan tak bhala jaye. So you indeed have to be that soldier. So how do you fight this? There are many ways to fight it. Be aware of it. Being aware is one thing, but the way I suggest is, all of you are scholars, you're rising scholars, you're doing your masters, PhDs in social sciences, political sciences, so you are very aware of, how to write on these subjects. I would invite all of you who have some energy to work on this to begin to write about this subject, begin to be aware of what is happening around you, and begin to write about this subject. We have a platform that we have created. It's a website that I manage. It's called Hindudvesha.org. So you can see the spelling of Hindudvesha in the title. Just go to Hindudvesha.org. You can write to me at info@hindudvesha.org, and we can connect that way. If you have something to say, something to write, we will publish it, and we will propagate it. So with that, I'm going to close. It's been absolutely a very fertile day, very productive day for me personally, and I hope for many of you as well. And I'd like to thank you for all your patience and perseverance as well. And I will not stand any longer between you and the tea. I believe tea break is still there. Okay, wonderful. So I think on that note, I'm going to close and I'm going to say thank you very much for being here and namaste.